Hey guys, I'm back again. So it's been a few days since I made the first vlog, and I wanted to follow up, of course, with another part. So within the last day or two since I've been away, I've been doing some of the techniques to get my all the trauma that's built up that's causing this anxiety. The anxiety that was deep down, that was buried in me. There's different layers to this. So with the cause, the anxiety that's deep within, embedded in me, it's not actually from trauma, but it's more of like sort of something that's like very known to my system, and it's from actual early lessons, childhood stuff like that. Not to say like something deep or scary that happened that set this off, but it's just like small things that lead to a reaction of this sort. And before you know it, these things just become a second nature to you, especially as a child. Like, you don't have like all these things that are like you've got to do this, or you're doing this wrong, for example. It's more of like what you pick up and what you see in the surroundings. So you make use of that subconsciously, and you just develop a personality from there on, and habits. So with of course, the core anxiety that was there, of course, discarding what's happened lately and stuff like that, that could just be, top surface sort of thing. But if you go deep down, that needs to be addressed, and I need to work a lot more on that. But I've realized that I need to let certain emotions surface that I've been holding back over a long period of time. So when something usually happens, I try to ignore it. And if it's a uncomfortable feeling, especially, sometimes it could be a happy thing, like, oh wow, you've done this, you've achieved this, you've done that. I'd feel uncomfortable, because to feel that excitement and happiness, it will awaken that deep down anxiousness, because it's all chained, all linked together. So once I could, of course, get to the bottom and completely clear this, lift the lid off, I believe I'll be able to express myself more. So during this video as well, you'll be able to like realize that I'm not really smiling like too much, or making jokes, like how people, of course, make a joke between stories here and there. So I am thinking of these things, like the stories and the jokes, like I'm trying to connect it all, but it's like, I don't know how to say it, but I just can't get myself to slide in a joke here and there, because I'm so used to just the silent awkwardness, and just trying to keep everything on a composed level rather than just letting go and stuff. But that all links back, of course. And yeah, so the trauma that's that's at the top surface, bottom stuff that's embedded from time ago, all these things are linked, of course. If I kept doing things that I did before, and like kept going with the same responses and reactions, the trauma would just get more, and I would just be more stifled and like plasticky, unauthentic is what they like to say. But yeah, so I'll be able to hopefully get to the bottom of this just by doing my techniques, the exercises I've learned in the last few days or so. And I'm planning to watch more comedy. That's one step. Like, I was advised to do this. If you're not really involved in any sort of laughter within the day, stuff that make you laugh, normal day-to-day things do make us chuckle and stuff, but it's not like, oh wow, that was like, that was like, like a real joke. So the more you hear these jokes, you'll be able to, let loose, get more familiarized with them, because we're so serious. Well, I am, I'm so serious throughout my days. It's like, I have to get this done, I have to do this. I have to be serious here, you know, don't break character here, like I'm sort of, you know, like a mask, like I said in the previous episode. So, yeah, so jokes wise, you know, it'll help build a humor. It'll help soften me up, like instead of feeling all like a stone, I'll be able to feel like a sponge again, in a positive way, of course. So, yeah, it is, of course, that time of the year where the sun is back out now and people are, you know, just walking around, taking it all in, activities here and there. It's that, you know, that time of the year again where people are feeling jolly and, you know, just enjoying life, taking it all in. So the climates, of course, and the seasons do either help this or actually make this harder for me. Like in the winter, I was feeling, you know, like, you know how the darkness sets in earlier and usually we're indoors. If we're outdoors, we're bundled up and, you know, people are to themselves, you know, like not as open as it is right now. So it helps you push you into, you know, more isolation, you know, sort of like quarantining. And this is, of course, to do with the weather. You're seeing less people, you know, bedtime feels earlier as well. Although you might sleep at the same time, it's just because the sun sets earlier, your day feels like it's finishing much earlier. And it's more easy to be caught up in your own little world around, you know, winter times and stuff. But as it's summer now, or the start of summer, people are not as distant and, you know, people are showing more integration, if I could say. And it's, you know, it feels more like, more, how can I say this, more, people are more in tune with each other. Nature is like, you know, the trees are just shaking. The sun, as you can see right now, is just shining down. Like the sky is blue, you know, flowers have blossomed, all of those things. And it's the perfect time to let this wash away, you know, before the next winter arrives. It's definitely that time to, you know, what I've missed in the last few summers, where I thought I was enjoying myself and I was with people here and there, I wasn't really letting go. So now that I've got these techniques and sort of a new page, I'm gonna try to let this go. Yeah. So when it comes to, you know, talking about my anxiety, my life and this, that, I'm trying to actually, you know, branch out from this, but I'm finding it a bit difficult, if I'm being honest. So it's like, it's not like the only thing I know, but it's like the only thing that matters to me is why I keep, you know, mentioning this. So yeah, so I'll try to, you know, include other things on my next episode, so I could, you know, relate to more of you. So of course, if you do come across my videos, let me know what you think of my, you know, my topic and my current situation. And if you could, of course, add anything to this, let me know. And I'll try to, of course, include other people's opinions in this. And we will be able to slowly connect and branch out as well. So it's early May, and hopefully by June, July-ish, I'm hoping to establish more on this channel. Hopefully bring content, but content itself needs a certain level of confidence. You know, I could take this with me, like literally take this wherever I go, day-to-day stuff, but because I'm finding it a bit hard to just utter a few words on camera right now, if I was to take this around with people, you know, I'll feel that little, you know, their presence. I wouldn't be able to be as loose as I am now, and trust me, there's a lot of work to be done. I know. But there will be times where I do take the camera with me, hopefully. So as the journey continues, as our channel grows, you know, one viewer is all I need, you know, and I'll take you along. But yeah, so this is helping me, you know, getting like steam out of my head, you know, taking a bit of pressure off my chest and vocalizing, you know, using my thoughts, speaking process, and yeah, definitely able to let more loose if I'm able to engage with you lot and speak to the camera, you know. So definitely I'll continue with my days. I'll try to make a few more updates. So with the reels, I've thought about that as well. So if I make these videos, like say every 2-3 days, I'd say I'll put like a reel every day, just so you can get like updates, and of course for my sake as well. So this all makes sense. Like it's, you know, the channel and everything that I'm planning to put out here, like the content slowly, you know, it goes well together. But yeah, so today is Tuesday. Not working this week, of course, so holiday, first holiday in a long time. And yeah, hopefully things get more interesting this week. But even though things are a bit slow paced for, you know, at the time being, it's not bad for me, you know. I'll be able to keep growing and keep taking in more, and I'll be able to release slowly with these videos and stuff. But anyways, I'll catch you lot on the next video. So this will be the second vlog / blog or whatever. I don't know like what the difference is between those two words. Like vlog is what I'm used to, but I keep seeing blog on YouTube, you know, like a blogger, this, that. Same thing at the end of the day. So yeah, part 2, and I'll catch you lot on the third vlog. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like 1 view as well would do, and leave a comment or whatever, and I'll definitely engage with you lot. And I'll see you next time.